Have we started yet? I think we have. So it's receiving content, so I think we are up and running. And look at that, I almost started on time. 1:34, I expected 1:30. Sweet. Alright, let's see if we can make it so you can't see my glasses reflection, because that gets very annoying. Oh, I see that one car guy is already here. Hello, welcome. So this will probably be a little bit more of a relaxed stream. Not that any of mine are high-paced to begin with. I'm feeling fine. I'm just bleh, you know, just kind of tired. I just want to chill out and mess around with the stuff over here. Have fun. So that's about it. So I guess that answers your question that you just put in there. How are you? I'm fine. Not too bad. How are you? I've just had a somewhat, I wouldn't say major, but I've just cleaned up my desk a little bit. Yeah, I got very upset last night. I was trying to do something on the desk, and it completely got to me. Like, I have too much crap on this desk, and a lot of it isn't even computer related. It's just literal trash. Like, I come home, take my wallet out of my pocket, put it on there, and whatever receipts that I put in my pocket throughout the day just go all over the desk. So that's a little bit... That's a thing. That's a thing. You just got a new car. What kind of car did you get? I see, looks like, I thought your picture from just the quick glance I had a while ago looks like a BMW maybe? No, it's a Toyota. It's a Toyota. Kind of, no, not similar. Not really. 2016 Camry SE. Very nice. Camrys are pretty good. I've never had an issue. My grandparents have owned one for the past 15 years. They've owned a new one every 2 years. So, I like Toyotas. They're alright. I'm just curious, how many miles did you have on your '09 Corolla? I had a friend from... See, there's just crap in my pockets, and if I didn't just clean it, I would have just thrown this on the desk. Because I had a friend who, his parents had a Corolla 2006, and at 300,000 miles or thereabout, the odometer stopped counting, and then it went up to, on like the trip computer, it went up to 84,000, so they had 385,000 total, I think was the end miles on that car, and that car was still running, but they needed something else. So those older Corollas and older cars in general are great. 02 Corolla with 223, yeah, I don't doubt that. My car, for those of you who don't know, was a 2004 Acura TSX, which it's had a rough life. The reason why it's had so many problems, I'm almost 96% sure it's because it was used as a loaner car or a rental car. Loaner, because it was through a dealership. So if you bring your car into the dealership, you need another car to drive. They'll give you this, and you know, a brand new sort of sports car with 200 horsepower is gonna get driven, and it's gonna get driven hard, and get driven hard it has. It's had a rough life, but it's up to 183.5 right now, and it's running great at the moment. Acuras, what was I just gonna say? So I could have got a Honda Civic with 90,000 miles on it, 2004, same year as my Acura, for about $6,000, or I could have gone with the slightly higher mileage, in actually better condition, Acura TSX for 6,700. So I went with the Acura. It was just it was a better choice for me at the time, so I like it. Other than the couple of issues it had, and still sort of has, it's great. I mean, it's dependable. It never has broken down on me except for something that I neglected to fix, which was the radiator. I had known it was leaking. You could very clearly see it on the top that it was leaking fluid, and I just didn't fix it. And then it ended up blowing up, so the entire engine bay was green. That was a joy. Took me 2 hours to drive 10 minutes because I had to keep stopping, turning off the car, waiting for it to cool, going. That was a mess. But yeah, Hondas, Acuras, great cars. Alright guys, there's 5 of you in here right now. I don't have anything planned for this live stream, so I'm pretty much going to just look over here on my shelf of things, grab something, and start talking. So if there's anything that you want to see other than the server, I'm not working on the server today, mainly because I watched that video back from the other live stream, and the audio quality was abysmal when the server was on, because it was, I guess, YouTube's compression made it like that. So none of that today. Once I figure out how to make that sound better, I will do some more server work. So let's take a look at what I can make a video of. I don't know. What's that black printer thing up in right here? That is, and I have a video about this if you're at all interested, it's not very good. It's an HP LaserJet 1102W. It's a wireless little printer. New, they're about $100, and they're good. I don't do high volume printing, but I do a lot of printing. And any laser printer is going to be good if you do a lot of printing. It just ends up being cheaper. But the story behind this one, which I'll keep brief, is I bought it at the thrift store for $12, and it looked completely brand new, which was odd. So I thought, well, maybe it's got a broken piece of plastic, I'll fix it, you know, have myself a nice printer. Well, it was easier than that. There was absolutely nothing wrong with it. They just forgot to remove the bright-ass orange piece of plastic that was inside that had a tab on it that said remove. So, you know, before I figured that out, I printed a test page. It kind of got stuck. So I opened it up, took out the thing, printed off a page. It worked. Went in and looked at the information on the printer's little information page. 2 pages have ever been printed out of it. 2. So it had been printed or used once. It had ever printed 1 page before it got to me. And of course it's totally brand new. Everything in it's new. So I got a brand new laser printer for $12. Pretty awesome. You have the same one. They're good deals. If you need a laser printer or a new printer that only prints black and white, well, you don't print white, you print black, then I'd suggest an HP LaserJet. Yes, I am streaming again. I saw you commented on my last video and said that you missed the live stream, so I'm glad you're here now. So, let's grab... my box of video cards. because if I remember correctly, I've got some pretty cool shit here. Alright, so that's Matrox Millennium G450, I think. There's my 4870 just kind of chilling in there. So I'll point this down a little bit. I guess that looks alright. Yeah, I don't really bother to package most of these cards. In fact, I think 4 of them in here are packaged. Really, I never have an issue with things like that. Excuse the camera for a minute. Okay, there we go. Got any ATI cards? I do. I've got, well, the one I just showed you, the 4870. My father bought this for me new when it was new. Top of the line, best thing ever. And 2 years later, it ended up sort of dying, and then I revived it by baking it in the oven. And it actually works. So that's cool. I still have it. I don't really know what to use it for. I mean, it's a 1 gig card. It's a decent card. I just don't know what to put it in. Because I've got my 1070. I'm not going to swap my 1070 for this. That would be stupid. I've also got an ATI card in the mean green purple machine over there. That's a 5770. And I think I discussed that before. I don't remember where I got it. I didn't pay anything for it, but I don't know where I got it. We found a 5770. Oh, I just said that. 5770. And a trash PC. You know what? I think that might be where mine came from, too. That's exactly where it came from. That sparked my memory. I did a video on that. Trash Bit Gaming PC. And it had the 5770 in there. What a freaking coincidence. You found a Quadro 4000 in the recycling center? I think that's a pretty beefy card. That's like a 4 gig card. Is that how those Quadros work? I know that my laptop has a Quadro 2000M, or an M2000. I should really test these cards and sell some of them. Like, there's a oh, I was going to say it's an unmarked, but it's not an unmarked card. Now, remember what this came out of. This is an IBM, it has IBM chips on it. It's a video card, EGP video card. It came out of an IBM Net Vista Pentium 3 machine. Alright, so let's get to the thing that I wanted to show you, which is really cool. And I think it's in this box. So it's not that. I've got 2 of these NVIDIA Quadro cards. They're both like the same card, but they're different makes. So there's those. It says VCQ FX1000. And if I remember correctly, they're 128 meg cards. Let's see. You played a lot of games on a 50... Oh, yeah, I guess a 5100 would be pretty beefy. My laptop doesn't do well with games at all. People say that the Quadros are good for games, and they're cheap. Ish. But I've never had a good experience with Quadro gaming. I think it's just because it's not designed to play games. It's designed to do like workstation stuff, CAD software. Well, what the hell? I don't see it in here. Jesus. Okay, well, it's not in here. Thought on Intel graphics? Well, they're not really a graphics manufacturer. They aren't a graphics manufacturer, really. I don't know, Intel graphics are just like your backup graphics. My laptop has the Quadro M2000, 2000M, whatever the hell it is, and it's also got Intel integrated graphics, which it's got auto switching graphics, so it can conserve power by not running the GPU all the time. Yeah, Intel graphics are awful for games. Usually it's usually shared memory, first of all. So that limits you, and you're limited in the amount of shared memory. That's eh. I don't remember where oh, you can't see me. Hi. I don't remember where I put those cards. It's really bizarre. I don't know where I would have even put them otherwise. Huh. Well, what I was going to show you is that I have a pair of Voodoo 2 cards. 3D, what? 3DFX Voodoo 2? They're Voodoo cards. Same thing, matching. I've got like the link that goes between them and the bridge that goes between them. And they work. It's pretty cool. But I wanted to show you that because it's not often that you see a matched pair. And I got them for free, of course, because everything I get is free somehow. All the good crap. Didn't Voodoo cards come out of gateways? I think Voodoo cards were an aftermarket thing, because if I remember correctly, I mean, this was before my time, I'm just going off of what other people have said, that they were a very expensive upgrade card, because you could run them not necessarily in, like SLI as we think of it, but as kind of an abridged mode where it splits the processing between the two. I really wish I could find those. I have no idea. Is that done there? Nope. Well, I don't know where they went. That's kind of scary that I lost them. Whatever. Packard Bell also sold PCs with Voodoo cards. Okay, so maybe I'm mistaken. It was my understanding they were usually aftermarket upgrades, but today I learned that they weren't. Guys, this is gonna bother the hell out of me. What the hell? Well, whatever. I'll find him later. I'll find him later and show you some other time. What else? Wasn't Packard Bell a hated PC company? I don't think they were hated, but I thought they were a cheaper company who also did some pretty bizarre designs and stuff like that. I think your English is fine, by the way. I'm pretty good at understanding people of other languages and dialects, all that kind of stuff. So, in my realm of things over here, what would you guys want me to just pick up and show you? I'll try to get out of the way here. You know, anything. Pick a door, any door. Who cares? Let's get this party started. Of course, that'll take a minute to go through. I see somebody wants to see the Mac up there. I could show you that. I'm not against that, but I don't have the boot disks here. So I can literally turn it on, but it's not going to boot up into anything. You won't be able to see it do anything. That Macintosh. All right, well, let's take a look at the Mac. What's the gray speakers? Gray speakers. I don't think I have speakers over there. If you're talking about... Oh, it's so hard to look and do this. This is my drawers of RAM. I keep all my RAM in there. All right, let's go grab the Mac and then. Jesus Christ, I forgot how heavy this thing was. It's gotta be like 30 pounds. Alright, there it is. No, the left side. I don't know. Alright, I gotta move the server out of the way, so give me one moment. Talk among yourselves, etc. Yeah, that seems like a safe place to put it, Alex. That's good. Alright, so I'll put the Mac over here and we can take a look at the Mac in just a moment. CD tower? I don't have a CD tower. Do not have one. Oh, okay. Alright, I gotcha. This thing up here. That's a spindle of CDs. Yep. Nothing special about that one. Okay. Let's take a look at the Mac. This is a Macintosh SE. This might be a little bit loud, I apologize. Try to do my best to make it not loud. That's an intimidating look right there, isn't it? So that's the Macintosh Macintosh SE, dual floppy drive, no hard disk. I honestly don't remember the specs of this thing at all. I bought this on eBay. I think I got it for like 50 bucks, which for some reason to me seemed like an excellent deal, so I couldn't pass it up, I guess. So there's that. Try to get this all in frame there. So if you've never seen the back of a Mac SE, this is what it looks like. You've got the two ADB ports. There is, I guess, an external disk drive, or maybe a floppy drive port, SCSI, printer, modem, GeoPort modem, I think that's what that's called, and a sound output. Now, my knowledge of classic Macs is a little bit fuzzy, so I don't know if this machine would have been capable of even like playing a CD through this port right here and then outputting it there. I thought it just made beeps, but maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. And of course, you've got the very nice clicky power switch. I do have somewhere there's a little mouse caddy that goes in on the other side, but nobody cares about that. I kept this on there because I think that's pretty cool. Kind of goes with the retro theme. There's the Mac SE. So, although this thing isn't going to be able to boot up from anything, I will go ahead and plug it in. It would be nice to, make sure that it still works. So, move the camera here. There we are. You can connect an external hard drive to the SCSI port. Okay, that would make sense. Or an extra floppy drive. Jeez, 3 floppies. That's a lot of floppy. Wink, wink. Sounds classy, computer virus. Yeah, it does. Alright, so we will grab a period correct keyboard. Alright, so there is our period correct keyboard. No, I'm just kidding. Here it is. Guys, where the hell did I get this? I'm so confused at the moment. I've got my other keyboard, that's I use for the iMac. I've got another one at home. I don't know where this came from. I honestly have no idea. Well, that's sweet. Now I have another one. See the things that you learn. And I believe this would be the somewhat matching mouse. The just Apple ADB mouse. Now the keyboard's definitely not from my Mac. And it's in like almost brand new shape, which is odd as well. Keyboard, got the mouse, adjust the camera. Alright, well I guess that's good enough. So we'll plug it in, and of course we have to plug the keyboard in or else nothing's gonna happen. So where's my Mac stuff? Some Mac stuff out. This is interesting. I was not expecting to do this. The keyboard is not mechanical. If I pry one of these keys off, which give me just 1 second to do, it is not a mechanical keyboard. Now Apple did make a mechanical keyboard. I think it was the Extended Keyboard 2, if memory serves correctly, which, now I thought I had one of those, but apparently I didn't. Apparently it's something different. And it does not have mechanical key switches. Having a little trouble finding the proper keyboard. Alright, so we got her plugged in. And I guess all we have to do now is hit the power switch. And I'll move the camera a little bit closer so you might be able to see it better. Boop. And here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh my god, I tried to press it the wrong way. Right now. You know, it helps if you turn the power switch on your plug strip. That does help. Now, we will turn it on, I guess. So it made a little bit of a weird noise when it started up, and then it did the bong. And I can hear a very sad-sounding cooling fan back there. That is sad-sounding indeed. I don't know if you can even hear that. See, now it would be really cool, although probably impossible if this thing actually had a hard drive inside. But unfortunately it does not. So all we have to do is look at this nice blank screen of a flashing floppy disk. And that's about it for the Macintosh SE. Yeah. It's just kind of sat up there for the past, I don't know, 9 months. And that's all it does, is just sit there. I did have it working. I had it running off of a Mac OS 6 boot disk at one point. Let's quickly take a look at the specs of it, or just the back panel for that matter. So this one has 1 meg of RAM, 2 800K floppy drives, and it's model M5010. So there's the back of my Mac SE. It's kind of unfortunate that I bought this thing and really never used it. I expected to get some more use out of it, but it did not end up happening. Well, I guess that's enough for the Mac. So I'll leave that right here for now and just get the keyboard out of the way. Oh, I was going to pry off one of these keys for you, weren't I? Let's pry off the Option key. Oh boy, that didn't come off easy. So there is, where is it? There's the key switch. Now it does somewhat look mechanical because it's got this sort of mounting hole there, but I assure you it's a rubber dome. Nothing too fancy. Let's put this key back on. Hopefully I don't break it, because I've done that before. Alright. Your PC froze? Why is that? Are you running Windows 10? I know I've had a lot of issues with Windows 10 recently. It's unfortunate. Looks like the same keyboard Road Geek has. I haven't followed him in a while, so I'm not sure what he has. Windows 10 sucks. I can agree with you there, man. Our school, the university I go to, uses Windows 10 on almost all of its machines, except for, I think there's a couple of departments that use Windows 7, but all the gaming departments, which are what I work in, I don't actually go to school for gaming. That would be odd. They all use Windows 10, and let me freaking tell you, there are some quirky things from the administrative side of Windows 10 that really, really draw me away from it. For example, on Windows 7 and Windows 10, any of the Vista and later operating systems, there's a program called DisplaySwitch.exe, and if you run that, it will bring up your little bar on the side that says PC screen only, clone, extend, and something else, projector maybe. And that, what was I going to say? On Windows 7, if you want to change your setting, so if you want the screens to be extended, you can type the command and make it a batch script so that it does DisplaySwitch.exe clone, and it'll clone the monitors, so you don't have to go through and hit a button and click and click and click. And it works fine. And it also works fine, and this is important, when no user is logged in. So we can send batch files to computers through this program that we use, and the batches all mostly, unless you're running Windows 10, almost every batch script will run without somebody logged in. Well, in Windows 7, this display switch thing worked when nobody was logged in. In Windows 10, although it's a Windows application built into Windows 10 and it has been built in, it doesn't run. You have to actually log into the computer and run it. So this is a problem, because the way that we want to have things set up, we'd like to be able to run this script remotely, so we don't have to go all the way across campus. But without some very convoluted registry changes and registry hacks, which we shouldn't have to do, I wasn't able to get it to work. That sucked. So what should be literally running one line of code that's, 20 characters long, I have to modify the registry in multiple ways, reboot the computer a couple times, then apply the settings and change the registry back. It's a clusterfuck. It's terrible. And among other things, like, at least in our build of Windows 10, the start menu doesn't work at all in safe mode. And getting into safe mode is a pain too. The only thing Windows 10 is handy that you can put the taskbar on the second screen. The one thing that I like for Windows 10, apart from that, which is kind of handy, but I have ways around that anyway, is that you can snap with multiple monitors. So if you've got two and you want to snap it to the outside of the first monitor, you can do that, which in Windows 7 you couldn't. So that is handy. I will give Windows that, but only that. I feel the same way. I don't want a store either. No Netflix, no apps and crap like that. You just need an operating system. I get where Windows is coming. You can't, I'm at the bottom of the screen here. Now you can see me. I get where Windows and Microsoft are coming from. A lot of their user base is users. But if you look at the market share of Windows 10, I don't remember, or Windows, sorry. A majority of Windows licenses are actually corporate and enterprise and not home use. Microsoft makes their money off of not users. Users are a very small percentage of how they make their money. And again, I don't have a source for that. I don't remember where I found it, but I heard that somewhere online, multiple places. And one of my professors actually told me that too. So I just want an OS that works. That's why I'm using Windows 7 still, because it's, in my opinion, the last good OS from Windows. From Microsoft. Sorry, I keep screwing that up. Windows XP was great, and honestly, if, like, I don't care about the Windows updates. Man, this reflection of my glasses is very distracting. I don't care about updates. I don't do updates. I do care about being able to run programs and have more than 4 gigs of RAM, or 3¼ gigs of RAM, so Windows XP is out of the question. Even 64-bit Windows XP, which you can run more than 4 gigs of RAM with, it's only at Service Pack 2. There was no Service Pack 3 for 64-bit Windows, so you can't upgrade to Service Pack 3 and use those programs. Windows 7 Master Race is kind of the summary of what I just said. Snapping for monitors is really good for gamers with multiple monitors, yes. I can attest to that with my triple monitor setup. Microsoft steals your data with Windows 10, yes, and there is no way for you to disable that. Most of it. Some of it you can. A lot of it you can't. Something that irks me about Windows 10 is that you can't completely turn off things. For example, I was doing a Windows 10 build for somebody, and Windows Defender kept just nagging me to do crap I didn't want to do, even after I installed an antivirus or an internet security. And it's still, Windows Defender just kept trying to override the antivirus, and it was terrible. So you go into Windows settings, go under like security or something, and you click turn off Windows Defender. But if you read above it, it says you can turn off this protection, but we're going to turn it back on for you later. I don't want it. I don't want Windows Defender. I don't want that. I just want to be able to put on my computer what I want. Spybot Anti-Beacon, I actually have that installed on my Windows 7 machine because there is some kind of telemetry going on in Windows 7 as well. And I just don't care for it, so I turned it off. Also, of course, it's not relevant anymore, but, what was it? There was a program you could download, GWX Control Panel, that you could disable the automatic Windows 10 upgrade through, and that came in handy. Let's put all this stuff back. Some really loud noise going on outside. I don't know what it is. Hello, Spelly. I don't know how to say your name. Hello. Welcome. Alright, I'm going to take one quick moment, check my emails, make sure I have everything taken care of. Honestly, I'm pretty much just like scrolling through these. Yeah, all my emails are read. Alright. You know, with this whole Windows 10 spying thing and the FBI taking your data, we all know that it's happening. We all know that our data is being collected. And unfortunately, there's not much to do about it. Which, in some ways, we kind of have to be okay with that, because there's just not any getting around some stuff. But that's also kind of a bad attitude to have. Like, if somebody came to your house every day and just took one thing every day, and there's nothing to do about it, or you could do about it, or else, I don't know, they'd hurt you or something. You'd have to live with it. Well, like, it's something bad is happening, but the attitude we're forced to have is that that's okay. Like, there's nothing we can do. It's going to happen either way. Who cares? And it sucks that we have to have that attitude. Man, I should just move to Canada. I'm sure Canada does it too, but they got maple leaves and hockey. Canada. I want to go to Canada. I think that would be great. I sense an antivirus debate coming on. I see a vote for Norton, a vote for McAfee, and a vote against McAfee. I'm with you on that one. And Avast. The thing about security software is that, yes, antivirus programs are good. I mean, they do something. They protect you against viruses. But what you really want, especially if you do anything on the internet, is an internet security software, because it's not just protecting you when you download something and it's a bad file. It's protecting your information while it's being sent and transmitted, in the background. Internet security softwares are always better than antivirus softwares. However, most of them are paid, so that's the reason why a lot of people go with free antivirus. But if you have the option, I would recommend an internet security software instead. If you want my 2 cents, WebRoot Internet Security, WebRoot Internet Security, very good. It does heuristic scanning or hierarchical scanning or something. Basically, it's a very efficient form of scanning, and in my experiences, it has picked up things that no other security software has. And it does it very quickly, and it's very light on the system. WebRoot doesn't pay me anything, by the way, to say this, but I would use it if I wanted something on my computer. I would definitely use it. In the end, if you need something in a pinch, anything is okay. Something's better than nothing. I mean, if you want to be super secure, just, I don't know, get everything, install everything. Don't do that. That wouldn't work anyway. Internet security softwares usually they work in a slightly different way. At least the WebRoot one that I just mentioned. I don't know how to explain it. It needs to be connected to the internet to actually function, because part of its scanning is based on an online database and comparison and stuff. I don't know the specifics, but I know that I don't know where I'm going with that. Basically, WebRoot's good. I would use it. Other ones, I don't care to talk about antivirus. The best way to not have any information stolen, yes, is to not connect your PC to the internet. You want to have a secure computer? Never turn it on. You want to have a secure computer? Bury it underground in a concrete box. Alright, what's that Western Digital NAS or hard drive behind you? I have... this thing right here. There is one here. I have a Seagate NAS over here, which I think I've talked about before. This is a Western Digital MyBook, 3 terabyte, USB 3. I think I discussed this in the last stream, but I'll mention it again, because I'm sure a lot of you weren't here. This used to be my Time Machine backup for the iMac that's you're watching this from, well, that I'm streaming this from. Used to be my Time Machine backup because I stored a lot of crap on this iMac, and over time I just started to use other stuff more, and I don't store much stuff on it. So I looked at my backup size the other week, honestly, and out of the 3 terabytes, 250 gigs used. 250 gigs being stored on a 3 terabyte hard drive. That's pretty wasteful. So I unplugged it and set it aside. I was going to use it for something else, but that didn't end up happening. And behind the computer, let me see if I can do this. You can see I have, right, I can't really see the screen right now. I think it's right here. No, right there we go. Sorry, it's very hard to do at a different angle. That's a 750 gig USB powered USB 3 hard drive. So that's, where was I going with that? First of all, it's a better use of space because I'll take a look at my backup right now. I'm using I can't really do the math right now, but I've got 538 available out of 750. So it's much better utilized, and excuse me, I don't mean to like pick my nose, I just have an itch. It's better utilized. I don't have to have the extra power cord, and it's out of my way because I literally strapped it to the back of the iMac. So yes, this is a 3 terabyte MyBook that I replaced with something else. Do I have a sub hooked up to my iMac? No, I don't right now, to answer your question. It's a bit confusing, this situation. So if I have speakers hooked up to the iMac and to another computer, that doesn't make sense, does it? To be brief, if I have speakers hooked up to the iMac, there's some very weird interference coming out of them. No matter what speakers they are, I guess it's an issue with the iMac, but it's very, very distracting. I can't even describe it. It's like sort of a hissing and a buzzing all at once. It's just very annoying. So I don't usually use the iMac for anything sound related other than like watching YouTube videos. So I don't have speakers hooked up at the moment. However, I don't know if you mentioned this because you saw the cable, but I do have an audio cable going to the back in case I want to plug it in and listen to stuff on my speakers. And that's that. Seven people watching right now. I mean, it's not a lot, but it's pretty good. For a Monday at noon, it's pretty good. Something's making a weird noise. On your Dimension 3250, you have a Dell sub hooked up to it with speakers. It sounds absolutely amazing, etc. Yes, I have a similar speaker setup here. These are Altic Lansing speakers that came with the Dell of that time period. These Altic Lansing speakers that come, or that used to come with the Dells are flippin' fantastic. They're the best speakers I've ever heard, at least computer speakers. And you can find them free because people just throw them out because they're big and kind of ugly, honestly. But they're great. That's all I can say. I'm just always amazed every time I listen to something on these speakers and know that they're 10 to 15 years old. They just sound so good. Most of the time, it's the 3.5mm jack that's not shielded. I think I read that somewhere. So thank you for confirming that. Because I was unsure about that when I was researching that issue. You'd think it would be, because iMacs and Macs in general are usually kind of for the artsy people or the music producers. You'd think it would have a shielded jack, but I guess not. You have a pair of Creative T20s. I'm not familiar with those, but I know Creative makes great speakers. Since we're on the topic of speakers and sound, I bought these headphones 6 years ago. These are Sony headphones. Let's see if you can see the numbers there. MDR XB300. These are some great headphones. I don't know what they cost now. I think they actually cost more than when I bought them. I bought them for 30 bucks, brand new, and they've been great. They're marketed as extra bass headphones, so they're, for an audiophile, I guess they wouldn't be the best because the mids are kind of lacking. There's a lot of high and there's a lot of bass, but it's very clear. It's not like those really shitty Beats headphones. Oh my god. I just want to stab my ears. Those things are the worst. Sorry, somebody's walking across the street and almost got hit. Morons. Yeah, these are great. Great headphones. They're very comfortable too. They've got this padding on them, which is like super foam. Now, the only issue I've had with these is that the cushions on them, the actual like outer part, after 5 years dry rotted and just fell apart. So I bought brand new squishy things for them. It was like $2 on eBay, and they're great. They're still working. So I would recommend these. Sony makes some good stuff. They're not high-end by any means. They're ones that they sound good and you'll be happy, but if you snap them in half accidentally or in rage, you won't feel too bad. So there's those. I would not suggest Beats headphones. Please, just don't. First of, I don't know enough about them, so I won't go too much into this. Beats headphones, first of all, I think Beats is owned by Apple, so that right there tells you they're going to be pretty expensive. The quality is not that great. Sound quality is subpar. I honestly think I get better sound out of my $30 Sonys than I get out of Beats, and I've tried on multiple pairs. I've never owned them, but I've tried them, and they're awful. Awful headphones. I mean, you're more than... Please, don't think that just because I'm saying they're awful that, you know, they're definitely awful. Form your own opinion. I mean, go out there and try them. I'm just saying... Whew. Gross. Not my kind of thing. Alright, well, let's see here. What time is it? Almost 2:30. So I've been doing this for an hour. And what a nice hour it's been. Not really sure what to do. I thought about dicking around with the Windows XP gaming machine. I'm sure you guys want to see that. I'm not sure if I want to do it, though. Not really sure. I'll have to think about that one, so give me a couple minutes and I'll figure out if I want to do that or not. Oh, excuse me, my nose is starting to run. What else? I don't know. You're a sucker for Windows XP computers. I am too. I like Windows XP. I got all the nostalgia from that. Alright, we'll take a look at it. So give me a couple minutes just to rearrange some stuff, and then I'll adjust the camera and get some stuff set up. So let's put the... It's so heavy. Ow. Fuck. Did I not just say half an hour ago that this is a terrible place to put the server. I just smashed my foot on it. Sometimes I wonder why I do things to myself like that. Let's get this crap out of the way. All this crap out of the way. So, here we have it. Build some muscle. I'm not the kind of build to be able to build muscle. I'm a skinny white guy, and that's just how it's going to be. Right. So what do we have here? Well, here's the Windows XP gaming machine. Let's go over... sorry about this. I always do this crap with the camera. Alright. Make sure we got enough light in there. Yeah, I guess that's good enough. It'll do justice. So here's the gaming PC as it stands. It's in a huge-ass Antec server case, which is very sturdy and very cool. I have in here an 80 gig hard drive. They're both SATA, by the way. So I tried to build... Let's backtrack a little. I tried to build this as period correct as possible. Now, it's not going to be perfect because all this was made out of free parts. It's going to be as good as I can get it. So I've got an 80 gig SATA 1 hard drive. You can't see it here, but there's a Molex connector for power, so that tells you it's SATA 1. And down here is a 250 gig from the same time period SATA hard drive. And I'll show you how I have this set up. The 80 gig is the OS, and inside that I have mounted this drive as a folder. So I can install games to see games, but it'll actually install the games and physically write them to this disk. Let's turn it on while we talk. Let's do the power button first. There we go. Right now, as you can probably tell, I have it slightly disassembled because the liquid thing, the water cooler leaked. And it sucks, but that's what happened, and I got to deal with it. So I threw in a totally non-period correct 5770, and that's what it's running right now. Let's get a close-up, because close-ups are cool. There, how do you like that? Isn't that sweet? So it's got two blue fans, and in a minute that RAM is going to go absolutely freaking bonkers as it starts to load Windows. Put on the analog input, hopefully we'll get some signal. Oh, it's already started. Okay. Okay, so the RAM didn't go as crazy as I thought it would, but it still was pretty awesome. I'll give you a little bit of a look inside. There's a radiator up at the top, which is, of course, not doing anything. there's the rest of it. So I guess that's really about it for that. And we can go over and look at... I gotta find a way to make this look a little better. Try to get you as close as possible so you can still see some stuff. Keyboard and mouse. There we go, got a mouse. Sweet. Oops. Is that the same case as the leaky gaming PC from 4 months ago? Yes, it is. It's kind of ironic that in that video I got it all cleaned up. Or no, I didn't. In a video I haven't released, spoiler alert, I got it cleaned up and got it reassembled, and then it leaked again, but from a different spot. You think it's powerful enough to run pinball? I'm not so sure. I don't know if it can run solitaire. So it is a Core 2 Duo, 6300, 1.86 gigahertz, and it's got 3 gigs of RAM even. So there's 2 1 gig sticks, which are the blue ones, and the fancy light up ones are each 1/2 gig. It's running XP Service Pack 3, and we can confirm that the 5700, it's a 5770, is installed, and 1 gig of video RAM. Can you guys read the screen at least somewhat? I'm not sure how well that's going to show up. I kind of doubt it's going to show up very well. In fact, I want to make this a little smaller. Go for the super nostalgia and run it at 1024/768. And that actually means I can move it forward a little bit. Whoops. There. Alright, that might be as good as it's going to get. See if I can make it focus for you. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. What should we do? Well, let's log into Steam, and Steam's already started. I don't remember if it'll play BeamNG or not, but you know what? We'll give it a shot. Wow, that didn't really do much at all, did it? It's frustrating. The white balance is really not having it today. And it looks like my stream quality went right down the oh. I'm sorry. Whenever I download shit on Steam, it totally tanks my internet connection, so I apologize for that last couple of seconds, or maybe the last minute, where the stream went right downhill. I should be getting a little better. Wizard Snail added me. Is that somebody in this chat, maybe? I do have 10 people watching now. Alright, you know what, let's play some Gary's Mod. Let's do that. That sounds fun. Okay, you did add me. I was hoping it wasn't just a completely random person. But you know what, I have speakers hooked up to this too, so we can use the speakers. So, how are you? If that is towards me, I am fine. Nothing to really mention. Alright, let's do a... Oh, there's nobody on those. I really like doing prop hunt. I think it's really fun. So let's do that server, because why not? And hope that won't be too loud. And the stream might get a little bit choppy right here since it's downloading something, so I do apologize in advance if that is to happen. Although it might just get stuck, because that's happened before too. So I'm kind of curious to hear what you guys think I should do with this gaming PC. Let's assume, for all intents and purposes, that the liquid-cooled system is not going to work out. You know, it's leaking too much, and I can't get it to stop leaking, so I can't use that. I used to stream, and I fixed it by saying the word potato. Well, I hope that my stream isn't potato right now. We'll see. So let's say I can't get the liquid-cooled system working. Would you like me to see, or would you like to see me put in another 9800 that I have that's not liquid-cooled, or a 4870, or should I keep in my 5770, or should I do something totally different? Like, what do you think would be interesting? I don't really know. I don't know what would work inside there. Do I have a home theater? Not really. This is gonna take too long. Sometimes it just doesn't work. Usually, this ES gaming thing is pretty fast. So I have a TV in my living room. I have a little lapel amplifier with 2 speakers hooked up to it, which sounds alright. And I have, I'm drawing a blank. I have an 8-port auxiliary switcher so that I can plug in all my game systems, and I have 8 vintage or classic game systems. So that's kind of my home theater setup, if you would want to even call it that. Yes, I'm looking at my Windows XP gaming rig right now, trying to load up Gary's mod. It'll actually play Gary's mod full specs at 1080p perfectly, which is awesome. That makes me very happy. Alright, gotta wait for this ad to go away. Uh-oh. There we go. Let's do hunters. And where's the exit? God, some of these servers are very confusing. Alright, so there we go. I join hunters and I'm spectating someone right now. And the frame rate is of course great because I'm running at a very low resolution. Somebody said they installed Service Pack 3 on an HP computer, and it runs okay, but it's slow. I believe I mentioned this once before. Let's turn that down. That's very, very loud. Service Pack 1 or Service Pack 0 on Windows XP was great. It ran on absolutely no resources at all. It was perfect. Service Pack 2 was okay, and then when Service Pack 3 came around, you needed like minimum of 512 megs to even really be productive. And then from there, it only got worse. Alright, well, this is not very fun. You've got 40 seconds to wait unless this person gets found. Ooh, you know, let's get you a quick shot of this RAM while it's doing stuff. Isn't that just the coolest? Get a kind of an action shot there. I love that RAM. I'm not usually one for flashy, fancy, lights and crap. That just makes me oddly happy. Alright, yes, props, but okay, now if you don't know how this works, basically, how do I do E? I forgot. Crap. F, R, E. Uh-oh. Guys, I forgot how to play this. This is not good. Oh, shoot. There's enter? Oh, I swear it was E. Oh no. Well, I'm gonna be dead pretty soon. Oh, okay, it was E. I guess I couldn't do it that way. Okay, so as I was saying, prop hunt is where you disguise yourself as an object in the game and then try not to get shot by these other people. So you have to make yourself look as camouflaged as possible. So this person doesn't see me because they think that they don't think that I am this box. So let's wait till they go away and we'll switch to this bottle and we'll run quick. Oh, they saw me. I think they saw me. Oh no. Where do I go? Oh. There's right there. And I may have just screwed myself over with that one because this is a dead end. Yup. I definitely effed myself over on that one. Alright, I missed a couple comments there. Your school has computers with Pentium 4s, Pentium Ds, Celeron Ds. So you have some pretty low-end PCs, but honestly, if you're not doing a whole lot, that would be fine. I don't see an issue with those. I'm sure they're slow. You collect YouTubers on Steam. Alright, if you want me to, I will. Don't have a problem with that. I've only got like 10 people on my Steam friends list anyway. Okay, well this is not fun for you guys, so I will stop playing this game, and I really wish I could play this BeamNG.Drive, but I cannot. What else do we have? We got Trackmania. Trackmania is awesome. Let's play that for a little bit. See if I can add you before this game starts up. Oh, nope, not gonna happen. What are my thoughts on Windows XP MCE? Haven't really done much with it. In my experience, it was really slow. It was horribly slow. But that could have just been the PC that it was running on. So I don't really have an opinion. That is my thought. And I think, yeah, now this is running at full 1080. So here's the Windows XP gaming machine playing Trackmania. Solo play. Let's do white team. I haven't played much on this particular computer, so let's do one that I remember doing pretty good on. I don't know if the camera's going to pick any of that audio up, but if it does, that'll be cool. And my god, that looks terrible. I really hope it plays better than that. No, it's going to play like garbage. Well, I had this playing at a full 60 FPS, but right now I'll be damned if I'm getting 15. Oh, it's so hard to play at such a low frame rate. This has some very catchy music. I love the music in this game. Whoops. I hit the Windows key. settings. We don't really care about water. Let's turn that down. None. See if we can at least get it. Okay, that is much better. That's probably about 30. So you know what? I think this was running better on the 9800 GTX because I had it full specs, or best graphic settings. Oh shoot. This is not my best run. Trackmania was the shit back in the day. I loved this game. And there's the end. Alright. Let's try one more time. See if we can get a better time since we're running a little bit more smoothly. It's still a bit too laggy. I've become such, one of those people who needs to have high frame rates. But honestly, it's very difficult to play because there's such a delay between your actions and what shows up on the screen. Wow, I screwed that one up, didn't I? Alright, well, whatever. Mario Kart 64 wannabe? Yeah, kinda. I think it's better than Mario Kart. That's my opinion. With much better graphics, obviously. Alright, quit out of that. There, I added you on Steam, Wizard Snail. Yeah, I can't really show you these other two because they'd have to download and that would wreck my internet. And even throttling doesn't really help. Oh, I have got one thing to show you. So back in the day, some of you might remember this. It was kind of an uncommon program, but there was something called Real Arcade. It was made by Real, like the people who make Real Player, and QuickTime, I think, right? QuickTime and Real Player, those were different things. Never mind. But they had an arcade, and I'll open this up for you. It's a fancy little sound, asks you to register, and this is exactly as I remember it. Or at least 99% how I remember it. Basically, you just go through here and, let's see, you want to play Puzzle Inlay. You download it. Well, unfortunately, first of all, this program took me a couple hours to find one that worked. You can see if you spot up here, it says Real 1 Arcade. Before it was Real Arcade and it had a different logo. So this is an updated version of the program, however, it's not what I used to play. But it's close enough. I mean, this one actually works and starts, but it's not 100%. So if you go here and you want to download something, it does the ding noise, like it's going to bring up the screen that says, you're now downloading. But it never does anything. And even if I go to buy full version, it just sits here and that's it. So it seems as though the servers that this used to be on have been disconnected, which is really unfortunate. I played this thing a ton. I got my money's worth out of this. I think I actually ended up paying for it, and yeah, got a lot of fun and enjoyment out of it, but can't do it anymore. It is what it is. What else can I show you? I'm sure you've all seen Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. If you haven't, you need to buy it and then devote a week of your life to playing it because it's incredible. Let's play some Grand Theft Auto. GTA 3. I had every single road in this game memorized. Every single part of this game memorized. basically, I had a shat ton of time into this. Back it up. Whoa, almost lost the camera. Now, this is not my save. I unfortunately lost my saves ages ago. GTA 3 plays on pretty much anything, so it is no surprise that it runs this well. In fact, I played it on my grandmother's computer for the longest time, and that had 768 megs of RAM, an 800 megahertz Pentium 3, and a 64 meg video card. And that was it. Whoops, I drove to the wrong place. Shit. I meant to go up here. So I can take my... Oh no, it's not there. It always used to be there. There's a car, the Banshee, that used to be in here, but... yeah, not there. Odd. We found GTA at a thrift store. Wow, very nice. I think I also found it, but this copy of the game, don't tell anyone, is something I downloaded from LimeWire ages ago, long time ago. And it's, you don't even have to install it, you just run the executable, like, it's as if they copied the entire game folder. So I've carried this thing really far. I've used this game on many computers. But now I do own an actual copy, so nobody can say that I didn't purchase it. Whoops. Okay, get out, run the hell away. Boom. I remember thinking this game had the best graphics of all time. My, how things have changed. Cheapest was a Pentium 4 for 35 bucks. I haven't really been paying attention to your conversation, but are you looking for processors? Because I have an entire box. If there's one specifically that you're interested in, I can take a look and throw it up on eBay, and it can be all yours, because I'm not going to use most of them. Yeah, 35 is pretty expensive for that kind of processor. Whoops. I'm paying attention to the chat, not where I'm going. Let's actually drive back here and pick up a bus, because I remember liking the buses. Whoops. Is that car a red Chrysler? I mean, yes, it is. Or maybe a Dodge Neon or something like that. Oh, it does look like a Chrysler 300. That's kind of what it looks like. Let's take a bus. What should we do? Let's try to... Now, I think this is a 100% save, so I won't have any chance at jumping the bridge because it's already been repaired. Oh, that's the one thing that's weird about this game. None of the radio stations work. It's like the people who put up this game online for me to download, such nice people, they didn't copy the radio stations folder because none of them work. It's bizarre. Where's the horn? I thought there was a horn. Oh, I guess not. Is this the one that... No, this isn't the one that lifts up. I think I have another garage over here somewhere. Let's see what's in there, because I don't actually know. So it will be... I think I actually have to go one street over. Whoops. Sorry, police. Oh, I missed it. That's where it was. This place is full of, like, gangs that always try to kill me. Here it is. Here. That's what it is. Oops. No one saw that. Nobody saw me, just missed that. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's get rid of our cops. So that's gone. I don't think anybody's going to try to shoot me anymore. Alright, we are golden. So what's in here? A limo and a van. A limo and a van. Wow. There we go. Did I get it? I think I got it. It's kind of hard to do, because... What? Can you not destroy things? I thought you could destroy things that were in garages. Huh. I guess you can't. I guess we could use the easy method and just light it on fire. Oh, you know what? These might be armored vehicles. That one. Oh, these must be armored vehicles. That's really cool. Yeah, you can see up here at the... Well, it was there. Up at the top, it had a radio station. But nothing ever plays. Alright. Boop. Nope, I'm bigger than you. Move over. Alright. And I think somewhere around here there's also a place you can get the car fitted with a bomb. So if you go here, then turn left and go up the thing. I told you I played this a lot. Can't tell if you guys are engrossed in my gameplay or just bored. Bigger than you, move over. Yeah, I kind of use that in real life with my real car. Just kidding, I'm not an asshole when I drive. So I got it sprayed, and we'll go fit it with a bomb, and then try to blow it up, because I think this is an armored vehicle. There was a glitch that you could do, and I'll try to do it here. I don't think you could do it with this. Oh, that's not an actual garage, is it? There was a glitch where if you drove a car a certain amount, like you didn't drive it all the way in, the door would hit you, and then you glitch through the floor. Yeah, it's not this one. You would glitch and then like fall out of the bottom of the game. Alright, so I'm gonna go find somebody to gift this car to. So I think I'll gift it to this cop right here, because he seems pretty cool. Did I not? Oh crap. Uh-oh. I don't know if I armed it or not. Uh-oh. Oops, sorry people. Oh, there we go. There we go. No, it is not bulletproof or bomb-proof. Alright, that's enough GTA for now. Alright, what else can I show you? I don't know if there's anything really that I can show you on the XP gaming machine. Well, hello to the person who just said hi in the chat. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I'll leave this up here for just a moment. Chrome? I didn't install Chrome on this. I think I meant to, and then I forgot. Yeah, I just... What the hell is going on? It's like something really loud going on outside. Browsing is okay. It actually doesn't work at the moment. Firefox is broken. Chrome is... I wouldn't say it's really unusable in Windows XP, but it's not as good as it used to be. Firefox is a little better. There's one called Pale Moon, which is kind of a fork of Firefox, which works pretty well. You know, I haven't done any web browsing in Windows XP in quite a while. It's been a very long time. Move the camera back. And here I am. I am tired now. Like I said at the beginning before I think any of you were here, I'm meh. I'm not tired, I'm not sad, I'm just don't feel like doing anything. So there's a game. Hold on 1 second, I have to go get something to snack on. The stream is almost over? Yeah, kinda. I might ended up losing track of what I'm trying to say. I might end up cutting it just a little bit early, maybe an hour and 50 minutes instead of 2 hours, because I got some other stuff I want to do today. Not that I don't enjoy this, but I'm not having like I don't feel inspired today. Barbecue chips, yes, I love barbecue chips. I went out to dinner the other day and I got a side of chips and I didn't eat them, so here they are. What was I going to say? Oh, I found a game that I guess a lot of people have been like picking up recently. I'm going to turn on my computer. There might be a loud popping noise, there might not. So headphone users beware in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, that was loud, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. I don't know why it does that. Every time I turn on the computer, it does that horrible pop noise through any speakers that are connected. It's really odd. A game called... Oh my god. What is the game called? My Summer Car. That's what it is. There's a lot of YouTubers who play games. I'm obviously not one of those that are playing this game now, and it's a very odd game. It's a very German game, I guess is what I would say. It's weird. It's weird. And I don't really have a way to show you other than to point my camera at the screen again. But basically, the goal is to build a car, go somewhere. That's all I've really gotten to so far. I haven't even finished the car, because what you have to do is build the engine first, and you literally have to build every part of that engine. You have to put each cylinder in, each spark plug in, each bolt. You have to scroll to screw them all in. You have to do everything. Oh, something's downloading. Sorry. I hope that didn't take my stream. You gotta build everything. And I am... This is embarrassing. I'm 6 hours into this game. I had to restart once an hour in, so I'm 5 hours into my current playthrough, and I haven't even gotten the engine in the car yet. It's a time waster. It's very interesting. I would suggest if you have, I think, $12 to throw at it, it might be interesting. It's quirky as hell. It doesn't always work. Like if you click something and drag it to put it on something else, it doesn't always work perfectly. So in that way, it's kind of frustrating, but I think you'll enjoy it. It's a very bizarre game, and I'm going to play it after, well, probably in a little while after I make some food. Do I do shoutouts? I don't see why not. Usually I would do shoutouts if I followed a person's channel and they did something interesting. I'm not against it, but if you want me to do a shout out for your channel, I just want to check it out first. And please don't be offended if I don't want to. I probably will anyway, just to be nice, at least, especially this time. I don't know. I don't have a reason to do shout outs, so no. I'll just leave it at no, so everybody's disappointed and nobody is more happy than anyone else. What's my opinion on 360 security? Not worth it. Norton 360 is one that I've dealt with somewhat often. It bogs down the computer, at least the version that I was using, and it comes with stuff like cloud backup and just a bunch of other extra crap that you don't need. So I think it's not really worth the money, but there's nothing necessarily wrong with it. It's not going to hurt your computer. It's not bad. It just isn't. You just don't need it. Just don't need it. You got a package in the mail? What's your package? What'd you get? That sounded dirty. Dirty me. What'd you get in the mail? I've got some stuff coming in the mail too, I hope. What are my thoughts on Nissan? They're okay. I actually used to have a Nissan 240SX, an 89, or a 90, 91? 89 Nissan 240SX. My grandfather gave it to me because it was his car, and my mother forced me to sell it because it didn't have any airbags and it didn't run very well in the first place. And it's pretty much a car that just screams, give me a ticket right now, please. So, I had one. My thoughts on modern Nissan cars, I don't really have an opinion. I've really never ridden in one, or driven one. You'll be uploading your first video today. I'll check it out. I have the wrong mouse here. I will open up your channel, and at some point later today, I will check it out and see what you've got on there. You have a Pentium 4 mouse pad? That's the coolest thing ever. I'm jealous. Well, that's something you don't hear often. I have a Quantum Fireball hard drive that's still working. Very few of the Quantum Fireballs that I've had the pleasure of touching have been working still. A lot of them don't, they're either really, really, really loud, or they have bad sectors, or they're just dead. I have probably I have two out of probably 20 that I've dealt with that have lived and passed testing. So you found a unicorn. I had something to ask and then I forgot. Good. Do any of you play BeamNG.Drive? That's a question I got. Because I'm wondering if they have implemented multiplayer that isn't local. I haven't been able to find it, but somebody in one of the forums said that they had internet multiplayer, so like over the internet, not just local multiplayer in the game. And I haven't been able to figure out how to do it, and I don't have any friends that play the game, so that makes it especially difficult. It is a driving game. It's something you should maybe look at or just watch a video of. It's pretty cool, and I've been with that game for 3 years now, and it's come a long way. It has really come a long way. So it's based on, what is it based on? I want to say soft body physics. I don't know if that's the right term. I guess I could just look at the page, couldn't I? But it's, yeah, a dynamic soft body physics vehicle simulator capable of doing just about anything, and that is true. You can make some spectacular crashes with things because some of the cars have a lot of removable parts, like especially the older ones. They've got like hubcaps that if you, for example, jump over something and land, it'll actually deform the wheel enough where the hubcaps ping off, which is kind of funny. You know, body panels bend, glass breaks, tires can pop. It doesn't sound especially interesting, but the thing that's really cool about it is they have a slow motion mode where if you're going 100 miles an hour at a flat wall and you want to watch that crash in slow-mo, you hold down Alt and hit an arrow key or something, and you can slow it down to 100 times slow motion. So you can watch the thing just slowly crumple. It's great. I love that game. I'm going to play it right now, and I might show you. Sure, we'll do that. I'll have to readjust the camera, and I'll do it once I get everything set up. Oh, I see somebody says they do play it. Alright. It's a nice shot of my head. God. So I'll turn the sound off just because. So let's back it up. Alright. Okay, that looks okay from what I can see on the screen. So let's do a pretty simple one. I'll go to the free roam and then, oh, which one is fun? I mean, they're all pretty fun. Let's do just the grid map, which is sort of a testing map. So there's bumps and stuff. It's cool, trust me. Alright, so let's rotate. So you can see we've got our vehicle right here, and this isn't anything intricate, really. But we can stop and go and stop and go. And things like suspension are very, very, as I said, intricate, and you can see every part of the car does something. It's not just like bolted on crap that a lot of these car games do. Everything has a reason for being there. So, okay, that wasn't the best, but you can say I hit the wall and my door flew open and I cracked the windshield and dented the front. That wasn't the best one, so let's back it up. Let's choose a different car. Let's do that first. Yes, I think it is modeled after a Ford F-150, actually. Windows 7, really? I know exactly what it just did. Oh. Never mind, I lied. Okay, let's choose the... I don't know, we'll just choose one of these. We'll choose the Crown Vic. Okay, so we got the Crown Vic here. We'll accelerate. And let's go all the way over to this wall over here so we can really get some speed up. And then I will slow the simulation down and we can look at the crash in slow motion. Alright, so I'll get a little bit closer. Zoom in, slow it down a little more. Alright, so 16, here we go. Boom! It's awesome. That just makes me so happy. I mean, it's a video game, so it's not completely realistic, but the way cars deform is actually pretty accurate. You thought it was a Lexus? The only reason why I say it, I think it's a Crown Vic, is because there's other things like police package, and if you look up here, it looks a lot like a cop car. So I think that's what it is. Let's choose a very complicated one. We'll do the, I don't know what this would even be, maybe an old Chrysler or something. But this one has all of the cars are like differently made. So older cars, for example, if you got in a rear end collision, you'd be very likely to explode the car from impact. And as I was going to say, all of the older cars are built differently, so they're not unibody, I guess I would say. So if I want to rip this front fender off of this old car, I can grab it and, oh shit. Alright, well that didn't work how I thought it would work, or how it's worked in the past. Let's see if I can... Okay, I might have the wrong car. Or something, I don't know what's going on. I thought I was able to do this before. Maybe not. But yeah, this game is very, very cool. I love it. And this car still runs, apparently. Oh, no, it doesn't, because the drive shaft is broken. You can see that down here. Alright, I'm going to end this stream, I guess, by playing a little bit of this BeamNG game, and then we'll reconvene at another time. So let's see. Let's do something where we can go fast. The Utah map, the West Highway. That one's a pretty good one. It does take a while to load. Okay, this is taking a very long time to load. Well, I promised it will work. You can see up here there's a little blurb about, you know, again, some of the detail this game has. You can blow up engines in very particular ways. So that was just saying if the engine or the car gets flipped upside down, the engine will of course become starved of oil. And when that happens, piston rings get damaged, head gasket gets damaged, heads will warp. It's very, very in-depth. Let's choose the Bruckle Moonhawk Drag Edition, because I like watching the car just take off. It's very satisfying. So you can see we're up over 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170. We are flying. And the engine is overheating. Coolant's overheating, piston rings damaged. Uh-oh. Head gasket damage. We're doing blacks or blue smoke now. Tires deflated, and I ruined the car. So that was a thing. Usually this car doesn't overheat. I'm kind of curious about why it did that. Usually it gets close. It gets to right about there. Oh, it went back down. Okay. Let's hit this rock right here. Oh, I missed the rock. I will hit one of those rocks and absolutely tear this thing to shreds. We'll just hit one of the first ones. I think that would be sufficient. There goes my wheel. Wheel broke off. Oh no, I missed that rock again. Oh, sorry. That was a bad position. And I got absolutely wrecked. And now we're going to roll down the hill. Nice. So if you have a little extra money to spend, I recommend getting this game. This game is awesome. It is the best. I spent at least 40 hours in the Steam version of the game. I actually purchased it before it was... Wow. I purchased it before it was available on Steam, a couple of years before that. So I bought this game twice, because it was just that good. I like doing the off-road courses in some of these off-road vehicles, because, again, the suspension is very realistic. It's very nice, and it feels good to drive. It's nice to look at, too. I don't know. I'm weird about that. Whoops. Weird about that kind of thing. Sorry, I damaged the engine enough where it won't start anymore. So yeah, there is that. I see I've got 8 people watching, so I'm still shocked that any of you want to keep watching me play video games, but, you know, glad that you do. I'll do one last crash. That wasn't what I thought I would do, but there. I hydrolocked the engine. Oops. I broke off the mirror. Anyway, guys, I think I'm going to call it there. I thank you all very much for watching. I think I had up to 11 people at one point, which for me is just mind-boggling. Whoops. So yeah, I had fun. I hope you guys did too. And we'll definitely do more of these, I promise. Might not do any till the end of the week, but we'll see when we get there. As always, I thank you very much for joining me and watching and interacting, spending 2 hours with me, some of you. So we'll see you in the next video, guys, and that's it. Take care.